everybody, welcome back to Evolve. We're going to be playing as Goliath on Barracks against Kyra, Tekank, Abe and Lennox. This team is very similar to the Gorkin video that's going to be going out today with this one. We'll do MAGMA, wherever it is there is. It's not quite a fiery map, but it's a yellowish map, so... The traversals as always, we'll get it kicked off. This team is bumpy road, up and down, not bad, not good. Abe is just incorrect against Goliath for the method of stasis anyway. He does have decent DPS though, so he's good in that regard with his shotgun. Lennox kind of exists against Goliath because it's quite hard to land the lance because of how fast he moves, and for the same reason the Thunderstrike. Kyra's universally good, a skill shot medic, and Tekank is only bad because the bot doesn't understand how to play him properly, so it is what it is. The idea of Tekank, for those who don't know, is you stack shields on your teammates whilst you're hunting the monster and not in a fight with it. But it plays it as though it's regular Hank who actively shields in fights with him. So we are going to get traversals straight away, which is good. It's going to make us very mobile. Yeah, throw yourself this way, excellent. Yeah, as always, we're just going to be going around the map looking for wildlife. That's a bit too far behind now. At stage 1 and then avoiding hunter presences, you know, because we are very weak at stage 1. I think I made that. Yeah, I do. These fuckers are right there. Drown myself to eat this. There we go. Be careful how long I'm actually spending here. We are going to get a very quick stage 2 in this one though, by the looks of it. We're nearly done already. Just going to do it. Pretty decent amount to spare. I'm going to move on a bit because they are going to be coming through here. I think we alerted birds outside. Can't remember. Get a bit of distance though anyway. Never hurts to have it. We'll get it up here. Boop. Go to stage 2 now. When we evolve we get ability points, we get more HP, we get more damage, and the monster gets bigger and looks amazing, basically, as everything does in this game. 2015 game this, by the way. Just I like to make it as relevant as I can, you know, when I say 2015 game this, when I talk about the asim genre as a whole and how it's fucking fell off, despite being, you know, having a highly celebrated game at the top of it, because it's not exactly, it's not where it could be, you know, but nobody seems to actually be able to acknowledge this fact, so it is what it is in that regard. I mean, we legit traded this to run around in circles being chased by a mass teenager. So, you know, when I say the fall off was insane, that's the reasoning. We're going to jump straight into the pool there. Oh, I overshot. No, I didn't. I got a weird wonky splash hit on Tekank. This is not where I want to be, to be honest, because it's... I'm at... Oh, fucking hell, I'm down now. It's really bad for this. Goalie this. Because there's no concrete terrain to... My own she's fucked that up though. Go for Tekank at the moment, just try and get somebody down. Corner him with a rock. Good. We are in front of us. Good, that's fine. When I said it's hard to hit with Lennox, I meant, you know, when we're actually not in a tiny space. So I'm taking a bit of fucking it. It's here now at the moment. It's still over there. Let's get him down. Good, get out. Now the good thing about Goliath, as I've said in the past, is because he's the fastest monster in the game with very low traversal cooldown, as you can tell. If he wants to run away, he will do, and there's nothing you can do about it. So we do get out of there. It's one of the, it's probably one of the strongest traversals in the game, to be honest. Although I do personally, I consider him the strongest monster in the game anyway. It's just decent across the board. It's quite ironic because it's like, why did you even evolve in the first place, you know? When we started turning into Kraken's wraiths and all that kind of shit when we were literally perfect from the emergence day, you know? When we came to this universe. This is me being stupid because I'm trying to grab this whilst being... Yeah, it's fine. Let's go for it. We get quite a clean sweep on 80 there though. Animations, by the way. Won't see them in the asim genre anymore either. Single attack animation and a 6-frame walking animation, please. That's my standards. Get some more armour. I am going to go in again here. See if we can get some more strikes on somebody else. Ooh, we'll take move speed. Traversal's about to run out anyway. Traversal and move speed kind of achieve the same thing, but this is just base move speed, what you can see now. We're faster. See? This is the only time in this game as well you'll see by the feet. See how they do slide along the floor? Because I'm under the thing of the buff. That's basically base animation quality of Dead by Daylight, by the way. Because everybody slides along the floor. If you've not seen the roller skating Skull Merchant, you'll know what I'm talking about if you see that. But that's a consistent problem that game has as well. Would like to get out of that beam first and foremost, but I would like to get a Kyra strike. It's fine. This is a bot, by the way, that's actually trying to keep me inside that beam there, which is why she was staying in that area. I'm actually in a very shit place here now. Should not be going for this. Should be going for Abe. Get out. Now the problem is this... Just let me crawl on this wall so I don't get... Yeah, you keep doing that. It's the other one I'm concerned about. Legit just gonna sit here because I'm gonna... Yeah, there you go. You keep doing that, lad. I'm gonna die if I don't do this. It's fine. Alright, now we're going for stage 3 then. Let's give me this. That's, yeah. Let's go right there. Because I'll go back to the relay once we start evolving. Bit dicey there. But again, you know, just to bring the topic up, here's how you design an asim. See how I made mistakes there? I nearly fucking died for that. Not a problem. Do you know why it's not a problem? Because I'm not being iframed by some snot-nosed little kid on Twitch, you know? For the content, you know? That kind of shit. Designing a game with numerous handholds to cater to the fucking dickheads on Twitch that make the careers around taking the piss out of somebody, you know, online. Because that's what it is, you know? They don't say that, but they know it is. Here we just want normal games, you know, asims that we can enjoy and marvel at, which is exactly the description that you could put to this game, but it's dead. So, you know, legit cried about DLC and chose mediocrity for the next fucking 9 years plus ongoing, you know. The very same people who actually did cry about DLC as well proceeded to make YouTube content based around the idea of fucking loot boxes and all this kind of stupid gambling shit as well. Because apparently that was fine. Once the money started rolling in and realised they could get subscribers from doing that type of content, the type of shit that was in this game, but was a massive problem, nah, that was fine after that. You know, we celebrated turning guns blue after that, you know. Dickheads. But you know, it is what it is. This is the timeline I woke up in one day, so we just decided as a collective to elect the shittest fucking game imaginable as the top of the genre. But there it is. And now what you're seeing on the flip side is the wonderful dedication to the power roll. That's me fucking that up. because the hunters are, by the game's design, supposed to stop me from getting to stage 3, and this is the reason why, what you're seeing right now. Because we're very strong, and the problem. So, in this instance, they've let me get to stage 3, so they fucking pay for it, you know? Mistakes are punished in this game, not rewarded. The game just doesn't insult your intelligence, is what I'm getting at. For the sake of people that don't have intelligence. That's the topic over on that regard. How much time have we got left here? Oh shit, we've actually... yeah, she's got a shield at the moment. I'm gonna get out, because you've got the respawn again. Get you killed quick and grab this. It's gonna drop down right here, I think. Either here or the other side. I think we killed the colonists as well. Oh. Yeah, so everybody back. Shit, sailed over him. It's fine. Gets a raise beyond the grave. Shouldn't be going for her there. Yeah. See, I've dropped all my armour as well there because they were coordinated. Animation quality as well, boys. I'm going to set off again here. It's just, it baffles me, boys. It really fucking baffles me. I'm off. It's just, you know, we legit traded this for the fucking Unity project, dude. It's so fucking jaded. It's unreal. And I'm getting people, like, when I do my DVD content and I sound deflated and I sound like I'm not enjoying it and all that kind of shit, it's because I know what existed before it, and it was fucking, by the by, 100% better. It's actually insane, dude. The level of detail and care and love that was put into this fucking project, dude, and we shat on it for a few fucking subscribers for YouTube slop, you know. Well, poor little gamer, I can't buy my content, you know, all this kind of shit, and capitalising on it because it was the cool thing to say at the time, you know. Fucking does my head in, dude. And then 90% of them that actually did shit on it would then legitimately turned their careers into just literally making content about opening fucking loot boxes and gambling and all this kind of DLC actual fucking slop, you know, when you're actually sat there buzzing over guns being turned blue. Fucking insane, dude. It's actually fucking jaded. It's just like literal hollow cranium content that's just completely destroyed this shit, dude. It's so fucking stupid the way this genre went. You've got animations for every monster that respond to where your camera is and the person you're attacking flavourfully, which is what you saw when he reached up and he tried to swat him with both his fists, you know, with like a ground pound but reaching up, you know, when we was trying to get Lennox from jumping off the side of that thing. It's fucking insane, dude. And then we've got, literally what we've got at the top of the genre now is a game where you run around in circles around bits of fucking trash, wait for your opponent to drop a piece of fucking wood in front of you, break that, and then continue it and rinse and repeat, basically, with about 3 different flavours of killer power that's just recycled every fucking release and painted with a new coat of paint, you know. But everything's more or less the same. All 5 monsters in this game are fucking unique. You've got Goliath, which is the basic, the very first monster, the basic, you know, the brute monster, you know. You throw rocks, you charge, you leap smash, you breathe fire, in his case. That's quite unique to him, because he's quite draconic, you know. Then you've got Kraken, you've got the flying monster that shoots electricity. You can use a big static field around you to, you know, detonate in front of hunters. That's your AoE ability. You've got Wraith that can split her fucking self in 2 and spawn herself a decoy while she goes invisible and sets herself up again for a new ambush. All this kind of stuff. She can activate a very fast-moving slashy ability in front of her, which punishes people rushing her down. You've got Behemoth, a literal fucking boulder that you can roll around as while summoning massive, like, literal dams of wall around your opponents to circle them in and fucking make them, force them to 1v1 you, depending on which hunter you want to face at that point, because you can pull them in with your tongue grab, and then you can wall up, and you can basically secure yourself down there. And then you've got Gorgon, who is a minion-based monster who can spawn spiders. She can split herself off similar to Wraith, but she can use her decoy with Mimic to detonate and, you know, cause AoE damage. And she's also got a bit of lingering design space with Goliath, because Acid Spit and Flame Breath are quite the same, but Acid Spit sticks to terrain and lingers, so you can basically cause, you know, AoE area denial kind of things with it as well. Like, every fucking monster in this game has got its own unique playstyle, dude, and we're here now at the top of the genre in the asim genre, recycling fucking content, because I'll tell you now, right, Springtrap that's coming, right, I've already seen some of the power. There's apparently doors that you can use, which, you know, I assume what this is going to be is it's going to be his ability to travel, teleport around the map. That, ladies and gentlemen, as cool as it might look with doors and all that kind of stuff, that is fucking Dredge. Right? And you're going to give survivors the ability to probably look through cameras and all that kind of stuff. That's Singularity. He is a Dredge Singularity clone, and potentially will have some kind of rushdown ability in Chase, because he uses a knife. And apparently, according to the devs, they're trying to do what they did with Dracula by giving him, where Dracula has a wolf form, a bat form, and his own form, and they all have different attacks, ways of attacking, and all that kind of stuff. They've apparently tried to do that, so he'll have some kind of dash forward ability. Wesker. You know, which is what it'll be. It'll just be a straight line dash that you rush in front of each other. It's like the Skull Merchant rework. The killer over there that they just fucking deleted from the game because Twitter doesn't know how to play video games, and a literal fucking C-tier killer was apparently so fucking problematic and complained about that she got nerfs that literally deleted her from the game, and she's borderline unplayable at the moment because people refuse to fucking use their IQ, you know, when they're playing video games now. This is why I always say with this game that if it was revived in the modern era of gamer, it wouldn't fucking last 2 minutes, because none of them would fucking be able to handle it. They wouldn't be able to. There's not a fucking chance, at least in the asim genre anyway, now, from what I've seen of it over the past few years while this game's been gone. Right. If you try and release this game into the asim genre these days, and I'm not talking about the whole, oh, it's not Dead by Daylight, I can't play this, it's a bit shit, you know, I can't play as Michael Myers and all this kind of fucking wank. Because apparently, you know, if it's not got Michael Myers in it and it's not got mountains of fucking content, even if it is duplicate content, you know, it can't survive now. Lost my train of thought there because I fucking ranted again. Yeah, it wouldn't last 2 minutes because they wouldn't be able to fucking handle it. Because in this game, you have to be good at the role you're playing as with Hunter. The same way you have to be good at Monster, which is why we nearly died in that, because I took a shit fight. You know, it punishes both sides. You just don't really see it much in this because it is against bots. I'm forced to play against bots now. People still play this multiplayer, but it is peer-to-peer, and everybody else is in America. So I can't do it because of time zones, you know? So the way we're doing it at the moment is I'm literally just pumping out videos daily to fucking get it out there, just so people can see it, you know? So it exists, you know, because 90% of gamers these days don't even know this existed anyway, now, you know, because it's getting on 10 years old. In fact, it's 2025. It's 10 years old. Literally, it's 10 years old, this game. This game is fucking 10 years old, boys. Realisation. Fucking hell, dude. Game's 10 years old and it looks like it could have fucking come out today. That's actually insane. But again, there you go. Circling back, even more points into what I always say when I said this fucking genre fell off. Because it did, you know. If they actually put effort into Dead by Daylight and they actually animated it with something that resembles industry fucking standard level of just understanding how to animate a fucking walking character so they don't float along the floor, give them animations that actually respond to the environment around them in some minute context in any way possible, you know, like give the fucking the killers at least like 3 or 4 different attack animations, you know, just do that. It's a basic attack, but it does it in 3 different 4 ways. Randomize it, atmosphere, add fucking something, rather than just doing one singular animation every time, dude. Every time I see this monster's animations, it sets me off because it fucking annoys me. It really annoys me. How people are just... It's not that they even know about it these days, because this is what I'm saying, like, it's a 10-year-old game, so people don't really know about it these days, but nowadays, from my perspective in this genre, everybody is just completely complicit with fucking mediocrity. And that's what annoys me. Because the minute you start saying that DBD is shit, because it is compared to this, right? You need to imagine this game if it did take off and all the different monster concepts. We were getting a fucking worm next. Again, talking about uniqueness, we would have a tunneling worm monster, the Velvet Worm. And then we also had Carly, who was coming after that, allegedly anyway, who was actually Carla, the hunter in this game, who had mutated into a monster due to the experiments of her trying to, fruitlessly trying to save humanity by learning about the monster's DNA. She injected it into her body and it backfired, and then she becomes a sort of amalgamation of Goliath, Kraken and Wraith all together, and then you'd obviously get she'd probably be the sort of stance shift kind of monster, where you'd pick which part of essentially your brain, I suppose, in that instance, what part you would want to mimic abilities from. You'd switch between Goliath, you'd switch between Kraken, and then you'd switch between Wraith, and you'd get some abilities from each of the monsters, and you'd use them. Imagine how fucking good that'd look in this game, dude. She looks a lot similar to Kraken based on the concept art in terms of body structure, but it's just, imagine, fucking hell, the amount of shit they could have done with this, dude, and it's dead. And again, we've got a game that's just recycling fucking content back to back, and every time a new release comes out, I'll end it on this, right? Because I'm not going fully into this now. Obviously, I'm going to end it here, but we've just decided that we're going to cancel doing cosmetic content in Dead by Daylight and all this kind of stuff for a couple of months, right? For Operation Health, they called it, right? So the first patch for that Operation Health came out a couple of weeks ago, and the game has never fucking been buggier. Put it that way, right? We've got Demogorgon at the moment, who's apparently still not been kill switched, is running around fucking invisible, literally. There's people recording videos where people are playing as the Demogorgon, the Stranger Things monster. This is licensed as well, running around as just literally a fucking red light that you get in front of all the killers, so you can tell where they're looking. It's just a red light. There's no fucking killer model at all, no character model. It's just fucking floating around, and the people that are playing as Demogorgon in that instance, when they're invisible, they can still hit survivors. It's just as though they're not there. There's just no model, there's no creature. And then we've also got Nemesis that's been kill switched at the moment, another licensed killer from Resident Evil, because there was something wrong with his zombies. I think his zombies weren't working, or his zombies were invisible as well. So he's been kill switched. And there's about 90 different fucking latency level issues with the game now, where you can't place pods as singularity. You place a pod and it takes like a half a second or a second to actually appear on the surface, so it's like a massive delay, and that's a killer. You need to be fast reacting to things in the chases and all that kind of shit. You've got Dredge, you're the monster killer that's getting stuck in lockers. That's been happening consistently since it's been fucking released, but we still not fixed that. Any kind of latency jump that happens when you TP to a locker as Dredge, you'll get fucking locked in it, because the animation won't go off correctly, because your animations are tied to latency on the servers. Fucking insane, dude. It's absolutely insane. But as I say, whenever I go on these rants, if they actually put effort into Dead by Daylight, they actually put effort into the animations, they actually put effort into fucking anything about the game, I won't complain about it, because I'd be happily playing it. But I play Dead by Daylight these days with the knowledge that this game existed, and it just makes it look mediocre. That's all it is. But anyway, it's fucking turned into a Dead by Daylight rant, because it always does, because DBD is the only live game now in the ASIM genre, so that's what I have to play. It's like people say, oh, just play something else. It's like, no, I don't want to play something else. I want to play something that's actually good, and actually well designed within the ASIM genre. But Dead by Daylight is the only fucking game in the genre, bar Evolve in a fucking necrotic state, because I have to play this against bots. Fucking insane, dude. The fall off is absolutely immense. There you go. It's worth it for a few fucking subscribers, wasn't it? It got our little gambling loot box career off the floor, so it is what it is, isn't it? Hope you enjoyed the gameplay, and I'll hopefully see you for the next one. Bye.